Mahalo. Dramana. Dramana.
There we go.
Real Luagate. Dramana. Granada.
Back in Trinidad.
Back in Trinidad. Trinidad chain.
Oh, gold on my chain, my chain. Don't believe me, just watch.
The pussy toe.
And we're back.
Dude, what was that?
It's like this thing where it's hard to explain. You wouldn't get it, honestly. Welcome back.
It was loud, whatever it was. But it was loud.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll let you know next time.
I mean, rough start, you know? Rough start, man. I mean, come on.
Hey, my bad. I didn't know.
I haven't seen you in a while, and you just
Flapper.
haven't spoke to me since I got here. You're just messing with all the equipment, and you just right in my ears.
Damn. Hard to talk when Dame was talking.
You know, in the next room, man. He's folding laundry.
What did you say about me? Welcome back to the Basement Tapes. Today is August 20th. It's Sunday.
Whoa.
I did it at the beginning of the episode for the first time.
Whoa.
So we actually entrench ourselves in the moment.
Yeah, you know what's going on, like what's happening in the world right now. This is all
Yeah, I got the New York Times right here. So, hey.
I've got my X page.
Speaking of, let me get my X out. I do.
Truth Social.
Wait, no. I saw a thing on Twitter today. It was a 76ers t-shirt, but instead of the 7, it was a J. It was J6er.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really cringy. I do want to point out something on this New York Times from Wednesday, August the 16th. It really pains New Yorkers to admit that Rudy Giuliani is getting indicted. They have him here as Rudolph W. Giuliani, as if they want you to like not think about it. Like Rudolph Giuliani, yeah. Picture, and then they look at the picture they give Treyvor. They're just wearing like I don't know if to pick this up, but they're just wearing like the craziest glasses. And then they're preserving Rudy Giuliani's name of that.
Revolution's not limited to different politics. That's added revolution as well.
Hey.
If you go boss designed, you know whose uniforms.
Right. That's crazy. That's probably the person behind the power tie. Oh. One-time publicist for Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, said to have taken part in an effort to pressure Fulton County election worker to falsely admit committing fraud of an election day in 2020. Oh, yeah. Just a great individual. I mean, Kanye, Donald Trump, the Republican Party. Who else would you not want to be associated with?
Kevin Spacey.
He's acquitted. He didn't do anything.
Really, you see that Ellen John was having dinner with him?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they have a lot to talk about.
I'm sure they've had lots of dinners in private before. Dinner being little.
Yeah.
I mean, that betrays all my trust in Elton John, frankly. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I
you
never
can get real
for them anyway.
You can get real far with Tiny Dancer and you know hits like Benny and the Jets. But at a certain point, you know, how Yellow Brick Road don't pay for Epstein flights, and
I need to know how old Benny is.
How old is Benny?
I need to know.
Who exactly was this tiny dancer that you speak of? How small? What do you mean by tiny?
Are you talking like
Toddler size, adult with dwarfism, or
talking like toddler size? What are we talking?
We got some questions. Why'd you have a seat?
If you were to measure from the bottom of their palm to their top of their middle finger, how long are we saying? In inches, how long?
Can they wash their hands at the kitchen sink without a stool?
Is this?
Would you let them pour their own cereal?
Is this an age thing? Is this a height thing?
And are you just really tall?
Elton John is 6'10".
It's like sitting down. He's 6 feet tall and standing up. He's just like 10 feet. Oh shit!
Jesus Christ! It's Jason and Elton John.
He's like, yeah, and I'm a bottom too. Sucks. No choice but prom bum. I mean,
Yeah,
there's no choice but that.
I've thought about that.
Prom bum.
Yeah,
It's pretty nice.
that's it.
I just thought about it as a
I
concept.
about it.
Never acted on anything. I just theorizing. You know,
About it.
don't want to go too far.
I had a funny thing happen to me the other day. I have it written down over here. It was actually right over here, right when it happened, when I was sitting at this table here. I was doing what I do in here, podcasting.
Yeah.
We were just chilling in here, because there's a TV right there, and there's a TV behind the camera that you don't know about.
And there's a big pile of cocaine over here.
Well, we could have left that out. But, yeah, I was sitting over here. I had a Tinder date here, and this is the first time we were meeting. I'm not going to say the name or anything, but
The car.
you know who you... No, I'm just...
Burmese.
They did comment that this story was funny after they had done it. So let's just have that as some...
I'm ready to laugh.
some context. But anyway, they're sitting there, we're talking about this thing, and she all of a sudden gets like super like into what she's doing on her phone. And obvious that something seems wrong. Like something has gone wrong. And I was like, everything cool? You know? And she goes, yeah, everything's fine. I just I have to... Apparently someone hacked into my OnlyFans. I have to change the password. I did not know this person had an OnlyFans. It's a really weird situation.
Just change your username too. What's your username?
No, we have not spoken since then. But after she did it, she thought, or she said to me, it's like, you probably think I'm the weirdest person in the world right now. And I was like, no, you're good. I should have been like, no, I don't know. Yeah, and it was like, welcome to the club, sister.
Actually, it's so funny. I make a living hacking people's OnlyFans.
Yeah, that was me when you walked in the door.
That's how I found you on Tinder.
I got your IP as soon as you walked in the door. Yeah, how do you think I found you on Tinder?
RFID reader at freaking doorstep.
It's got one of those, I got one of those magic pen tools, like that little black thingy. I don't know what it's called. That sounds so smart right now.
Yeah.
But no, that was very interesting, to say the least. It's like, oh, because you go from 1 second being like, oh, this person seems really cool, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, you're a sex worker. Oh, which is fine. But I'm also like, it's a lot to take in. I feel like maybe text me, like, let me know. I don't know.
Well, it's not legit to let you know before.
It's not,
like,
it's a lot.
I don't know. Like, I guess clearly she was fully comfortable just saying it outright.
Yeah.
Which is like respect.
Sure.
I I respect that. But at the same time, it's like, I probably would have just made up like a lie. Like,
that's kind of my thing, is like, she really didn't
like how like I left like my my freaking, I don't know, anything that like the oven, stovetop. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think of like, what's the fucking thing that this hair straightener.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I do appreciate the
clothes on.
many clothes.
My whole house is gonna be steamed.
Oh God, no! And not all my clothes being slightly wet.
My leaner got out.
No. Yeah, like that was kind of my thing about it too. Is like, she knows just as well. We didn't have like a very expansive conversation prior to her coming over, so perhaps that was my fault for not asking. Do you have an OnlyFans? No, but I genuinely, I don't have a problem with it. That, like, morally or anything. I'm not trying to come down on her or anything like that. I'm not trying to.
Unless it's on camera.
Yeah.
Unless it's gonna be on her OnlyFans.
Yeah, right.
You coming down like a hammer.
But no, I'm not trying to shame her or anything. But it was definitely a crazy thing to have. And like you said, it's kind of like a respect to her for coming out and just saying that.
Yeah, no.
But it would have been a whole. It could have very easily been like, my mom's texted me. I wouldn't fucking ask the question. Because if she said that, I'm not gonna be like, no, you're on OnlyFans. You know.
Yeah, no.
It was just a funny situation.
If it's a lose-lose in her mind. She's like, well, like, if I do like this guy, he's going to have to find out eventually.
Right.
And, like, maybe it's a good test to see, like, you know, if
this guy,
and he's cool with it or not. Like, it's probably didn't at some point, so might as well get it over with since it's come up, sort of.
she probably didn't even have an OnlyFans. She was just testing.
Just wanted you to stop fucking snooping and like, shut the fuck up.
Leave the fuck alone.
Oh, my bad dragon order got canceled. What the hell?
You just turned the phone around. Like, I'm watching porn.
And I'm watching this new massage.
Something like that. No, it was great. I was like, wow, that's interesting. I was like, how's that treat you? And then she actually, I had this a little bit of context. She said she hadn't posted on it since like 2020. She still has the account. She was like, it was really random that it was getting hacked like right then. So yeah.
I mean, at that point, just delete what's on there.
And just delete it. You're not making that much money.
Definitely not getting money anymore at that point. I mean, I doubt people are still subscribed if there is a bad post since 2020.
Yeah, I know I would.
If I go a day without gaping, just gape. You can have to fill the blanks there. You can fill as gaping hole. If I go a day without my content,
One day.
I'm not a fan.
I have definitely subscribed to an OnlyFans before.
Based on the porn sites I use, based on what I've seen, pretty much anybody who gets any significant OnlyFans following, your stuff will be leaked in full HD on any website.
Yeah, especially Reddit.
Yeah. Though Reddit's actually been taking those down. Reddit's actually becoming anti-porn in general, which is really stupid. Because that's kind of what Reddit is for. Yeah. It's for it's for talking about video games and anime.
Wrestling.
Porn. It's got a really big wrestling community. It's actually got a really big NBA community.
Yeah. NFL is not present there.
No.
NASCAR is
hockey's pretty big on there.
NASCAR has a pretty nice Reddit.
Gaping has a pretty big
get off this topic right now.
Gaping has a pretty big subreddit.
Gaping does have a pretty big subreddit.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, there might not be that many ads that you could put on that, but like Adam and Eve exists.
Yeah.
You know, there's Blue Chew. I'm sure they don't mind.
Yeah. There's High Smile.
You gotta get in touch with, like, I don't know, Vaseline.
KY Jelly.
Yeah. Like, these are all companies that would be fully willing to, use ad space. Why is soccer on the TV?
It is 12 o'clock on
Premier League. What's that mean?
So in soccer, they've got like 7 different like leagues. Like it's basically a pyramid scheme. But basically I
could tell by all the advertisers on the jerseys.
Yeah. And then on the side of the field there. But the bottom 3 are not professional soccer leagues. But if you win and get into the top 4 leagues, you are considered a professional team. Yeah. So that's actually the team that Ryan Reynolds and McElhaney bought together. This were not considered a professional team.
All right.
But they just won the league. They won the league last year, so now this upcoming season that just started, they're now considered professional again. So they're in the 4th lowest. If they keep winning, they can get into the Premier League. That's the cool thing, is the Premier League is never this
shitload of money.
Yeah, and it's never the same teams. I think two. I don't know. I'm not the person to be doing this, but I think either 2 or 4 teams get kicked out of the league for not being good enough, and they put in 2 or 4 more teams, or like from the lower league that did really good in the lower league, and they become the new shitty team.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
You're on top of the world. It just
can you imagine shit's happening in the NFL?
no. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, trilogy system in place to work like that because like the Browns or like the Bengals or the
Yeah.
Lions,
The NBA
all
actually,
pretty fucked.
with the way that the players in the NBA have been asking each other to get traded and stuff, if they keep going on the route that they are, NBA has started threatening that they're gonna start doing the relegation with the NBA G League team.
Well, and the freaking back when I used to watch esports, like in Counter-Strike, that was how it worked. There was like a North America league and a Europe league, and like there were professional teams that would play in both. And there was like I think 2 games a week, or for each team, we played 2 different teams a week. And then there's a whole like thing, and it culminated in a big like grand finale and stuff. But every year, I think 2 people get kicked out, and they would be people who get promoted. And like there's literally it's modeled after this actually. Now that I think about it, except the Premier League was the second tier. Pro League was the top. Gotcha. So if your team went positive in a season, then you went to like the actual in-person like LAN tournament, which is just like it's so funny because I can imagine like you're playing all year and like you don't know what any of these people look like, and then you show up and it's like, oh, this guy was shitting on me. He's 16 years old.
That is hell.
And then there's just like this guy from Poland who moved to America just to play Counter-Strike who's fucking 40 and 300 pounds, and he kicks ass.
Move to Poland just to play Counter-Strike. They'll do it. I'd say
there was a team that moved from Brazil to America and like lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, like 6 people, just to play Counter-Strike.
another millionaires that how hard to a man could never do that.
No, I could never play that.
Never become a millionaire.
Have any video games. I would be kicked out of a team immediately because as soon as like you're in a high stakes match and somebody fucked up, I would smash my keyboard and then they'd be like, all right, you gotta get the fuck out of here.
I'd kill somebody.
I would kill the vibe.
I'd kill a person.
We could be way ahead. As soon as something shitty happens to me, I'm like,
God damn.
smash the fucking $2,000 computer that they can give you. That's right over that.
And then they'd be like, yeah, do they get in trouble for rage?
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, like, there was generally like rules of conduct. Like, there, like, you cannot break shit and like, I mean, if you like smack the desk or smack like, yourself, you feel like, damn, or then you're like, fuck, like an intense moment. You can get away with that more or less. You might get a little bit like, hey, like, usually they leave that to the coach, the teammates to like address that, and then if it goes beyond that, that's when like people will like from the tournament will stand there like, hey,
shut up.
Like there has been a guy who punched a monitor and like I think they actually got him a replacement monitor, but like they fucking penalized his team.
Why?
And then like there's been another one where a guy smashed like a keyboard and they just got disqualified for it, and he got kicked from the team, lost his contract. And dude, there's whole compilations of like Smash Bros. Pros raging. They'll just fucking like I saw one where a guy like calmly, quietly like shook hands with a guy who kicked his ass, fucking unhooked his controller, like, and then like he didn't like wrap it up like he usually did. He walked away and he fucking and once he was clear of the crowd of people, he slingshot it like into the ground and built the piece of the controller like, and then he stepped out the door. It was like in a hotel freaking like ballroom. Where they just had this makeshift church. The prize was probably like $200 a year. For that point, it's more about just getting humiliated in front of people, I imagine. Like,
Yeah.
someone who's that good, they couldn't see them raging against like friends at home, but when you go out, there's all these, nerdy Smash Bros. Girls and these sweaty Smash Bros. Guys in this hotel ballroom or in the back room, but at GameStop. There's $100 on the line. Those are ice sticks.
I'd ring it up. You glad we brought up gaming competitions and stuff, because have you seen that picture that's been going around where the kid from Holes won a Mortal Kombat? He won a Mortal Kombat.
Which kid from Holes?
The
one like Zero?
Yeah, I think so.
The one who couldn't read, but then Shia LaBeouf taught him how to read.
Yeah.
Because that's the only one I remember besides Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, it's
The one who actually stole the shoes.
yeah, this keep it thing 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have never seen the movie Holes, but I did see where the kid from Hawaii, he won a Mortal Kombat competition and dressed as Goku, I think, or one of the characters from Dragon Ball.
So random.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Somebody said this is the most positive mental flashbang I have ever received.
Mental flashbang?
Yeah, I also love that terminology of something that you didn't know, but now all of a sudden you know everything about.
That's a mental flashbang. What's a mental and getting pain?
I have no.
Were you a kid with a lot of new information?
Yeah, like maybe like finding out that you're
It's like waking up from a coma.
like finding out you're adopted.
And your dad's an alien.
Well, that's a little far fetched, but generally, yeah.
Far-fetched as a Pokemon.
Fuck, you're right. It's a little out there.
It's a little out there.
Yeah.
A little unlikely.
Yeah.
Implausible.
Correct.
Can't say impossible, but you can say it's implausible.
That's true. Didn't think about that.
It's like it's implausible that you'll ever have anything better than a Cool Ranch Papadilla. The Papa John's. And never
The 3-line, yo.
never over. I think they're done. I think the time round of those is gone now. I don't see commercials and they're never dead. They've never gone from my artery.
Yeah.
But I mean, the scarring on my lower intestines, it's never going away.
Yeah. My Widowmaker is just close.
Doctor had to put in 4 stents, one for each papadilla. All in one sitting.
Quadruple bypass. That's 3 less than I see.
And I don't talk about any of this, but I don't get papadilla commercials on every app every day now. They used to be on Reddit and be like, try papadilla, stupid. On YouTube, every ad, papadilla. Like Facebook, papadilla. Now, it's mostly this stupid Wendy's ad that's actually on TV.
Yeah,
I hate all of the people.
I was gonna say they're really trying to do the progressive model, but I like all the people in the progressive ads.
I mean,
I just hate progressive. I have progressive. I hate it.
I just hate. Honestly, I'm tired of the progressive ads. I got started wrestling a long time ago. Same goes for Geico. You know who's still good is the guy from
Man.
Yeah, that guy's great.
He's really funny.
He
was good on.
He's doing a goddamn job.
He's good on 30 Rock.
Oh, that's right.
He is good on 30.
He wasn't 30 Rock.
Let's see. What else can we talk about? There's 200 ships right now stuck in the Panama Canal.
Man.
Yeah, apparently the Panama Canal is drying up.
Oh, that's great.
And so there's just like 200 ships just stuck there.
Why don't we just get water from somewhere else? How does a canal dry? The water is supposed to be coming from the ocean on the other side, right? Isn't that how that one works?
Yeah, I thought.
How do you run out of ocean?
Yeah.
Unless they're like,
I'm kind of concerned about it too.
I don't know. I mean, who drinks water anymore?
Yeah.
What do we even need water for? We have all these other drinks.
Exactly. What do I need water for when I have brine?
I mean, I can just dump a liquid IV packet right in my mouth and then I'm hydrated.
Broadband has what plants create.
That's great. And I mean, you know, if I'm ever feeling hungry myself, I can have some soy and green.
What do plants crave? They crave Brondo. But yeah, that was the other.
Speaking of,
but yeah, that Panama shit is crazy. I don't know, because we had the thing happen with Trey. I was working at down there.
That's all, folks.
Goodbye, everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, when I was working in logistics, that was when that big ass one somehow got catty-cornered in the that canal in Africa.
Ever get it?
Yes.
Or whatever.
Yeah, and they had to go pry it out. Suez Canal. Yeah.
I think I name dropped in the fucking new Fall Out Boy version of "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Oh,
Okay, it's a great. If you heard the original, the Billy Joel one enough times to like, it's roughly in order, like the things that he's described from like the, I don't know, like the 40s onward up to like the late 80s. That's what he's describing.
Yeah.
So it's like it's pretty much in order, like the things he's talking about, like roughly. And then the new one, I guess I don't know who wrote it. Pete Mintz is the guy from Fall Out Boy, right? All over the fucking place. Like I hate it. Like it's good. He's got a lot of the great references, like and stuff. Like it's really big deal. Like even now, like stuff from like the 90s that like even we now not having been born and grew up in the 90s, like just like stuff that everybody who's grown up in our time would know. But it's just not even close to in order. It doesn't even. It's just all over the place. There's so many good like little rhymes and like lines that I was thinking of as I'm listening to the song that would have been better. I'm like, how am I better at this? How? It's so easy to just put it in order, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like literally in the first like verse, I think he talks about like not Waco, but Oklahoma City bombing.
Right.
And the fucking like Oklahoma City bombing, and then I think there's just the Iceland volcano, which is like literally 20 years apart. And then he goes back to like the 90s with fucking Columbine, then jumps ahead to Sandy Hook, which given those are both school shootings. But if you're gonna do like a whole like you can do a whole "We Didn't Start the Fire" with just school shooting names if you wanted to go that route, and you could still do it in fucking order,
right?
Because it's pretty clear cut. But it is bothering me, and he shouted out ever given like the Suez Canal, but he didn't mention like Justin Bieber, which I thought was like that's kind of weird because Justin Bieber is huge. Taylor Swift got a name drop. Unlike Kanye West did.
Oh, you know that, right?
And he's been all up in the fucking news. But it's thought it was weird Justin Bieber didn't get a mention because he was like the most hated and loved person of like the 2010s.
Yeah,
easily. I don't think Drake got a name drop. Stranger Things got mentioned. Did one. Very good show. Don't think they talked about something. They mentioned Sopranos. Not like they mentioned Breaking Bad. Don't like they mentioned Walking Dead. And honestly, like it's hard to keep up because it's not in order. I want to pull up the lyrics right now and like get a sampling because it really does piss me off.
We're gonna pull out the lyrics and we're gonna be right back
from a spoken word poem. This whole fucking thing. Infinity like Cambridge Analytica. It's like that's Kim Jong-un, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. It's like those are also several years apart.
And we're back. Trevor's got the lyrics. He's gonna let him off on it, you know.
Okay, I'm trying to find like the worst example.
Hold on, let me make that look bad.
Hold on. Firefest, Black Parade, Michael Phelps, Y2K. So Firefest, like what, late
2018,
2019. Black Parade, like 2005.
Right.
Michael Phelps, like 2008.
Yeah.
Y2K, 2000. So you're all over the fucking place.
All over the 2000s.
Boris Johnson, Brexit. Good job. Those two things go together.
Yeah.
Kanye West and Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Before Brexit and Boris Johnson, but those do go together. And I was wrong about Kanye not getting mentioned. Stranger Things, Tiger King, both Netflix shows.
Wait, we're not recording.
Fuck.
God damn it.
What? All right, well, okay, we just record. We were doing great, but
alrighty.
Here we are.
Well, I did not have the. We're back.
It was not.
I didn't. It was like a minute. We've been talking for like a minute to a blank camera.
Yeah.
But
if you're one of those cool people who drops in right in the middle of a podcast without watching the first half, we're talking about the Fall Out Boy version, like the new edition of "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Yeah.
And I'm pissed because all of the events are out of order and like not really connected. Like, and it's just really disjointed, and it's not as good as the original because the original is like in rough order from my memory, and it's like more cohesive. It's not a good summation. It's just a whole bunch of gibberish. Really.
Yeah. So Trevor's got the lyrics here and got a.
Like just jumping back and forth between like timeline and the references. So Firefest, Black Parade, Michael Phelps, Y2K. Firefest, 2019. Black Parade, like 2004, 2005. Michael Phelps, 2008, the Olympics. That's when he won all those golds. And then Y2K was 2000. So you're just going like relatively recent,
It's rough shot.
throwback,
Done.
slightly less throwback, and then even further back.
Yeah.
And then you got Sandy Hook Columbine, Sandra Bland, and Tamir Rice. It's like, that's way all over the place. I mean, at least Sandy Hook and Columbine were both school shootings, so that makes sense to mention.
Yeah.
But still, also, dude, listen to how they really... this was a good line, something. ISIS, LeBron James. That's how I always think of it. ISIS, LeBron James, Shinzo Abe blown away. Like, just fucking... Dude, that was like last year. Shinzo Abe blown away.
Yo. What the fuck?
Meghan Markle, George Floyd, Burj Khalifa, Metroid.
Who was before George Floyd?
Meghan Markle. Okay. That's the great way of putting it. Besides Burj Khalifa, Metroid. Like, okay, so these were all pretty recent things. Then Metroid, which came out in like the 90s. Okay. Michael Jordan, 23. YouTube killed MTV. Again,
Good.
20 years of separation on these things.
Oh no, Paramount doesn't control our lives anymore.
Keaton Batman, which is like, yeah, that's the craziest guy to have been Batman. No, the one Batman you're gonna name drop, it's Keaton Batman.
Yeah, not Val Kilmer.
Bush v. Gore, like, I can't take it anymore. Which I think Keaton Batman and Bush v. Gore was... No, Keaton was Batman even earlier than that. So yeah, it's not really together. Elon Musk, Kaepernick, Texas failed electric grid. Like, okay, that's like topical recently, but like that doesn't stand the test of time as something you fucking mentioned. No one cares about Texas. I thought it was really funny that he thought it was worth mentioning Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 and Aliens, Mars rover, Avatar, self-driving electric cars.
It's just great how we.
Here's the best line. SSRI's Prince and the Queen die. World Trade second plane. What else do I have to say?
Nothing, man. I wish he would.
You don't have to say anything else. All you really had to do was saying World Trade. I would have got it. But I think it's...
I'm glad that he's making sure everyone remembers.
I'm definitely going to remember. But, man, it just bothers me how all over the place the song is. Balloon Boy, War on Terror, QAnon.
It's just a laughing stock.
And I can't get over Shinzo Abe blown away. ISIS LeBron James, Shinzo Abe blown away. Like, is that a fucking spell?
Oh my god, dude. It's
War in Afghanistan, Cubs go all the way again.
yeah. That's awesome.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Oklahoma City bot, Kurt Cobain, Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's not that bad. Those things were all get popping around the same time. That's straight 90s right there.
It's like
That's a good one.
That's like if a computer wrote down someone with ADHD's thoughts.
Yeah.
Like it's what it is. It's just like a computer being like, this is what they thought of in succession.
Like Harry Potter, Twilight, Michael Jackson dies is not a terrible one because the final Harry Potter movies, Twilight starting in Michael Jackson died, all in the same line, 2009, 2008.
We could also just put this all in a hat and pick them out, and I would probably just guess that they're like TikToks, you know? Like that's the what's on this subject of each TikTok that you watch is every single.
Trump gets impeached twice. Polar bears got no ice. Yeah, the polar bears ain't got no ice on the wrist, dog.
You need to get dripped out.
Ain't got shit. Fermi paradox, Venus and Serena. Michael Jordan, 45, Woodstock, 99.
So Michael Jordan got 2 name drops.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the full.
Y'all want to say LeBron's the fucking GOAT.
Michael Jordan, 23, and he killed MTV. SpongeBob Golden State Killer got caught. Michael Jordan, 45, Woodstock, 99, Key Batman, Bush v. Gore. I can't take it anymore. Oh my God.
You know how many people are going to be like, did we catch the Golden Gate Killer?
They mentioned the white rhino going extinct. But no mention of David Bowie dying or like.
Thank you so much, Fall Out Boy, for making sure we all have our priorities straight on what we are chronicling. I'm sure when I'm like,
He didn't mention the Me Too movement once.
cool.
Or like any famous woman besides Taylor Swift.
That's awesome.
And Venus and Serena.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. Oh, he mentions the Queen dying. And Prince. You give a fuck about whether I man.
I don't.
Should have really mentioned Heath Ledger, I feel. I don't know. If you're going to mention any fucking superhero person,
Yeah.
Ledger, bro. What's?
Elon get a name drop in there.
He did, yeah. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. No Bill Gates, though. Or Steve Jobs, I don't think.
Yeah, what have they done? Are they blowing bubbles or not?
That's a bubble machine on the field.
They have 2 bubble machines, massive bubble machines on the field at the Chelsea West Ham United game. I am enthralled by the bubbles. I wanted to talk about this one thing that's been bothering me, because it's in all of our lives. Genres bother me so bad, and I don't know what it is. But when I'm talking to someone about music, and I will try to use a genre name, and it's not exactly right, and the person will point out, like, no, that's an even more obscure genre.
Oh, my God.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I'll be like, oh, yeah, they're, like, one of my favorite, like, loud rock bands. And they're like, yeah, like, they're a really good math rock band. And I'm like, you said what? And you said math rock? Did you say mathematical rock? Is that what you just said to me?
Here's
And you want me to think, you want me to treat you with respect as, like, a human being? You can fuck all the way.
See, I go purely based off of what I hear, like, instrument-wise. Yeah, what the lyrical content is, I guess. So, like, rock to me is, like, is there an electric guitar present? Yeah. Is there more than one? Like, you know, is there, like, 2 to 3 strings and then a set of drums? Maybe a keyboard. You know, you can, pretty much from there, you can have anything else and it's still rock to me.
Yeah.
But if there is just, like, a lot of electric guitar, it's a rock song. Like, there's a couple Olivia Rodrigo songs that I would call rock songs because it sounds like rock. And that could be punk rock, that could be pop rock, that could be fucking pop punk, could be fucko pop. I don't fucking care what it actually... I don't care what like anyone calls it. It's just rock at that point to me.
Yeah. I think I just see it out.
Like my Ron Staples, you know, like has Blondie.
Yeah.
It has some of the Olivia Rodrigo. It's got Paramore.
Yeah.
It's got fucking Led Zeppelin, Creedence Clearwater Revival, the Beatles.
Yeah.
It's got all of these things.
That's what I mean. As like,
It's got Metallica. It's got Pantera or fucking Slipknot. Like that's all
Right.
rock.
yeah.
Could be metal. Could be hair rock, glam rock.
And that's like the last thing though is like with the genres. I can't, why do we have to be so specific about like what we're talking about? And it even stretches because I watch movies a lot. Obviously, it stretches to that. I'll be looking at a synopsis.
There's a neo-noir, psychological digital thriller.
This is a postmodern neo-noir traveling thriller. I watched Paris, Texas. I watched Paris, Texas. They described this movie as a road film. What's a road film?
A road.
What the fuck does that mean? And then when I'm, promoting in the show, I have to put that because I think I eventually just put drama because it's just a drama. But like, why do we have to be so?
You know what it is? It's a movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like
You could also call it a film if you wanted.
it's like the art.
Film is a thing as well.
What I think with art is like if you try to put it in a box, it's gonna end up in this box. It's like, you're gonna end up boxing it in, and then like I get like genre films like horror movies. Well, I guess I'll make it this point instead. Genre films like horror movies, oftentimes they get the genre gets stretched. Horror is the basis, but they do whatever they want.
Yeah,
Like Hereditary and this most recent movie, Talk to Me, that H24 came out with. They have been great horror movies that really are not they're not necessarily concerned with making a movie that's going to scare you. They're just making a movie that so happens to be scary at certain points.
Yeah, it's how I'll describe it.
But then it's also, turns into being like, oh, this is a horror movie. Or like Pearl is so much more than a slasher movie, but everyone's like, oh, it's a slasher.
Right.
And it's so demeaning to these movies and all the time that's spent working on them and everything. A lot of movies are more than what their genre, and it just sucks that the movies have to get, if you're going to do anything type of genre, maybe do it like by the way the movie makes you feel. I think that would be much better. Like, whenever I hear it's a feel-good movie, I think much differently about it than hearing, oh, well, it's a postmodern take on John Carpenter's, and it's like, shut the fuck up. I don't care. It's a movie. God damn. It's so self-important. I don't care for
I hate the phrase postmodern.
I really do too. I hate post anything. It's like, what is
Like Post Malone?
that? He's cool.
Now, then the Post Office is pretty good.
Yeah.
The
Post, the band The Post was good.
Not a fan of the New York Post.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. Post Animal.
Yeah, Post Animal was good. Joe Keery used to be there. Their singer slash guitarist.
Post the cereal company.
Yeah.
They made Fruity Pebbles.
I don't like the way they treat their employees, but yeah.
No, but Fruity Pebbles. I like the way the Fruity Pebbles.
I like the way the employees make Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah. They should definitely get paid more. Those Fruity Pebbles never miss.
True. But I'll tell you what, I don't eat Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles are hot ass.
That is
It's hot.
eating garbage.
It's the hot shit.
That is the crispy, or I get the
That's the hot take of the day.
yeah.
Cocoa Krispies fucking suck.
No, Cocoa Pebbles suck.
Oh, you get Cocoa Krispies too?
I like Cocoa Crisp.
I think any chocolate cereal is pretty ass.
That's a fight.
I don't like Cocoa Puffs. I'm not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I go redacted for Reese's Puffs.
Redacted.
You put whatever words you need to put there. Fucking love Reese's Puffs, Cap'n Crunch, fire, and peanut butter Cap'n Crunch or Cap'n Crunch and berries.
Yeah, I have the Cap'n Crunch berry.
No,
the other day.
I had Tricks recently. Fucking bad. They're not good anymore.
I never was a Trix person.
It's so artificial tasting now.
Yeah,
And honestly, the fruit-colored milk is not appealing anymore either.
yeah,
It looks like melted goat.
yeah. You feel bad about yourself when you're drinking the Trix.
Were Cookie Crisps ever that good?
I liked Cookie Crisp when I was a kid.
I feel like
I had them recently, and they were not good.
I liked it as a kid, but I feel like they weren't actually good then either.
Yeah, I think I was just kind of
Like some you get put down to a recipe change, and others are like, well, it's it was a kid thing. Now it's not.
yeah.
But like Captain Crunch still good. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I had a box the other week. Your shit was gone in 2 days.
Jeez.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is amazing still. Frosted Flakes, honestly, they're kind of basic. They're pretty sweet. Same as Cheerios. Like Honey Nut Cheerios are pretty fire.
You know, my parents eat that I can't understand. They eat Pops.
Okay, I mean, I did used to like them because I liked the texture as a kid, but now I'm not as big. They get soggy and
They're scouting the Crunch Berries. Crunch Berry.
they're not crunchy.
Yeah.
Like the Pops, like they're kind of like popcorn.
Yeah.
They like, I don't know, they feel like packing peanuts when they get wet, and it's just not really good. How do you feel about Frosted Mini Wheats?
I have not had them in a long time.
I kind of fuck with them. You have to eat them with the frosting side down on your tongue, and they have to get pretty soaked, but they're pretty good.
I remember I
feel good about the cereal I eat. I get Frosted Mini Wheats.
was going to say, I used to think I was being really healthy when I ate them.
And then you see someone eating the non-frosted Mini Wheats.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm garbage.
Yeah, and I used to hear my friend say that his dad liked Pop-Tarts, but the strawberry Pop-Tarts, but the unfrosted one. I was like, what? What? But he also puts them in a toaster, which
That would help a lot.
I don't do that.
Okay, so
It's like, so he just wants the pastry.
we always sing that song for the Family Guy episode. When you never put butter on a Pop-Tart, it's so freaking good. And I finally did that like a few months ago. because I had my favorite Pop-Tart, bar none, is the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart. And I was like, this is already great. I know it'll be good if I, toast it. I know it'll be good if I toast it. And then I was like, oh, wait, I remember the song. I remembered the song, and I had a stick of butter right there on the counter, and I was like, all right. And now, honestly, I can't eat a dry Pop-Tart. It fucked it up. I shouldn't have done it. Now there's like a lot more effort involved in eating a Pop-Tart, and it's a lot worse for me. But now I don't want a dry Pop-Tart, man. It's fucked. Well, that shit was good because it like melts into the frosting and like makes the frosting soft. It's bad, man. It's bad.
Slippery to slow. It's a gateway.
So it's a gateway to things that I would consider unnatural.
That's too bad.
You put banana Pop-Tart, you're a few steps away from like a donut sandwich.
Yeah, like I said,
I made like a donut burger. I made this burger, but I don't have any buns. It's like I've got bread, but I'm all you got is this box of Krispy Kreme.
They got 2 glazed donuts.
I made bacon other than BLT, but all I've got is these fried chicken fillets. And you make it double down in your own kitchen, and you eat it over the sink like a rat. So I'm not going down that road. I'll stick to my shake and bake, my frozen vegetables, my instant mashed potatoes. It's not bad. It's okay. Sometimes I get real fancy, and I get one of them frozen lasagnas from Trader Joe's.
Ooh.
In fact, Trader Joe's lasagnas are the shit.
I gotta go to Trader Joe's. Now we got out.
Their frozen stuff is actually like some of the best.
I can imagine.
Where I go.
Because it's mostly real.
Yeah. Like, you know what an arepa is? It's like a cornbread type, cornbread type of thing. And they just melt cheese in between, like a grilled cheese. It's like a gluten-free grilled cheese, basically. I bought some frozen ones from, arepa? Yeah, arepa. Yeah, they're like Peruvian.
What is arepa?
What is arepa? Yeah, but it's like a Peruvian thing. It's like a Peruvian grilled cheese. You can get meat and stuff. And Trader Joe's has some frozen ones. You can eat them up in the pan, like in the skillet, like butter it and stuff, and fry it up. And out with cheese. Pretty bomb. Kind of like a Swedish, like a slightly sweet, like cornbread of like a. What's the name of is it like Monterey Jack or whatever, like the Mexican cheese?
Yeah.
They usually use that white cheese. That's what's in there. It's quite awesome. And like you season it up a little bit. Sounds really. That's nice. It's a nice little snack. It is lunchtime.
I got one more thing I have written on this little note thing that I keep in my wallet. So I want to.
But as you read.
So if you're a fan of rap, you are more than aware of how often rappers die.
Yeah.
And
Sure. I didn't know if G Herbo was dead or not. If dad,
that's exactly.
I forgot already. I thought he was alive in my head just now, but he might be dead. I forget already.
He is alive.
I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah, he's like 27.
No, I
mean, call my brother. He would know.
But I did see the other day where I'm not gonna do the rap and say the rapper's name because it's not necessary for this. But I saw where a rapper had died, and I don't know, man. It just gave me the thought, a lot of these guys, and strike me dead if I'm wrong, right? But I feel like a lot of these guys would live a lot. I feel like a lot of these guys would be, have a lot longer lives and lifespan if they would stop, threatening other people with murder.
Yeah. Because generally speaking, if you write to somebody with murder, it's fair to expect that they might get the idea in their head if you from Massachusetts to murder you first. I think
really from Boston.
I would, if someone threatened to kill me, I don't think I would go ahead and kill them. But I would definitely think about it, and at the very least be ready for them to show up again.
Right.
And I wouldn't just be caught lacking.
I would see what you're.
And if I threatened to murder somebody, I also wouldn't just relax.
Yeah, that's my thing. How do you get caught? Like, do you just like make murderous, like threats of murderous intent?
Well, like, if there's stuff like you so much that you want to kill them and threaten them, and they want to kill you, how do you let them figure out where you are?
Yeah,
You still post on your story, tagging your location, like, yo, I'm at the Moe's. Get me a fucking.
the fucking kicker, the kicker for me is when people get on social media and they're like, "I never saw this coming." And it's like, you didn't? You really?
Well, I didn't. At least that is how when like Young Dolph died.
Yes,
I was a big fan of Young Dolph, but he did have a song about getting shot at 100 times, and they missed him that time. They all missed him that time. Fucking amazing song, by the way. But that couldn't happen more than once, I don't think. And I'm sure he knew that. And that's my theory.
you know, I just like, I get it. I get the lifestyle.
It's not like rap like shit scene hardcore, like beefs and stuff seemed really hardcore back in the day. Like when you would like hear about like Tupac and Biggie and like even like some of the beefs like 50 Cent had and shit like Ja Rule and stuff. I mean, like it seemed, oh, that's pretty good. People were already shot. Like I mean, Eminem's friend died over a beef. Proof from B12, he died over a beef like that. So like, okay, that's pretty hardcore. I think way more rappers have died in our lifetime than fucking back then. At least rappers that you know, to be fair, like a lot of smaller rappers get their name out there. So like, you might not like the fucking I didn't know who like Pop Smoke was, but I knew that he died.
Yeah, when it's like 20-year-olds, I think that's when it's like really shocking for me.
But then I guess you get on an LA and like, since they're more independent artists, like they might have like, you know, millions of streams on Spotify or SoundCloud or like a big music video and everything, but they might not have a record deal yet. They might not be like rich. So they're still doing the crazy shit they were doing, you know, growing up.
Yeah. This person I saw this past week was 33.
So, okay, well, that's just,
it's not like they
get your temper in check, bro.
Yeah, my thing was that.
Get your bag and keep your head down.
Yeah. I get that it's really cool to posture and act like you're a badass and stuff, but if you don't have enough people around you to make sure you're safe, then I would not venture into that. You know, I think like guys like Tyler the Creator know where their bread's buttered. And I will even say, like, as a huge fan of JPEG Mafia, he talks about killing people and like and beating the shit out of like rappers when he sees them. Fucking called another rapper named Makami, like straight up called him a pussy for hiding his face. Like, I don't know, it's just shit like that. It's like, why are you inviting that?
Honestly, I saw a long ass thread written by someone talking about like they think rap is going the way of like rock music. Yeah. And that it's not gonna be the biggest thing, and it's not gonna be like the genre of music in the next, like after like 10 years from now.
Yeah.
And, like I can see it because
of the pop music and like hype.
It's gonna become more niche again, like it used to be, like rock is now. Because like no one's talking like, oh, this new rock album, this new rock band or whatever. Like no one's fucking talking.
Everyone,
I said it's like at best the early 2000s.
The one that everyone talks about now is at least rock is concerned, is what is that band that is just Led Zeppelin?
Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people that talk about how good that band is. The band is a fucking fraud. That band is Led Zeppelin.
Mm-hmm.
And can't convey otherwise. And they lie and say that they never have been influenced by Led Zeppelin.
See, that's the thing. It's one thing to sound a lot like another band, which like that happens all the time. Like you could, for most people, I'm sure you could pop on a fucking Fall Out Boy and a Panic at the Disco, and they would not know the difference.
Yeah, I routinely get them mixed up.
Yeah, that's fair. It's totally fair. Same goes well if you put on some Blink-182 or some 41.
Yeah,
actually, well, that's not the best example, but you get some 41 does sound pretty different. Actually, some 41 and like The Offspring.
There you go.
Yeah. Or Puddle of Mud in The Offspring. Right. Something like that. Like, those bands all had a similar sound. And so, you know, probably we're not getting it, but it's just music, man. It's going the way of the dodo.
Yeah.
I've never heard someone under 40 say that.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Tyler the Creator. They had an X post, or actually no, Instagrams. And yeah, I think it was an Instagram story where he was like, "We don't have the same relationship with music because it's not physical anymore." Because like he used to be able, go out, buy a CD or read through like, the little book that comes in there, and for the most part, you really don't know what's gonna be on there. And I guess his idea is that, but I think he is not really considering that like social media exists.
Yeah, I think that's definitely be after. I don't know. Like I can't compare his relationship with music to mine because I feel like the physical aspect of music has never been a big part of mine. Music listening, like for as long as I can remember. I mean, like I had a small collection of CDs that like we would take in the car. Like my mom had her CD booklet and stuff, and like me and my brother had a few CDs our dad gave us. So like that's how I first heard like Eminem and like a lot of country music. Like our mom had like Toby Keith and fucking Kenny Chesney. Yeah. Like she had like some Rob Thomas CDs. Is that not true? I kind of like Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, he's not bad. I like Rob Thomas. Can I get voice?
He's fun.
But like by the time I was really getting into music and like coming into my own and music taste wise, like my first like Christmas gift I could really remember that wasn't video games was an MP3 player. And my mom loaded it up with like whatever she had on her iTunes that she had already bought. So like more of the shit I just mentioned.
Yeah.
Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
Aerosmith.
One of my earliest memories of playing solitaire on my parents' PC, and I used to, for whatever reason, I was like obsessed with having it full screen, so I didn't want to have to take it out of full screen. So I want to play a whole game. I would play Kashmir by Led Zeppelin, just 8.5 minutes, and I could finish like 2 games of solitaire. Yeah, I finished 2 games of solitaire without cheating. I was too stupid to figure out that you can use it and just have it, through a lot. But
it wasn't too loud. Nickelback.
Dude, I did.
Korn.
That song, Famous, I think it was called, by Rockstar. There you go.
Hey.
We have 30 seconds on this record, so I'm gonna stop this and then I'm just gonna bring it right back. Alrighty. I don't think we really have much else to talk about, honestly. I think we might just get out of here.
When I want to about the economy next week.
Yeah, I'll read through my New York Times and we'll let you guys know what I hear.
Next week you guys are gonna watch Mrs. Doubtfire
on VHS.
Yeah.
But you're gonna actually watch us. Like, I'm gonna put the camera back here and you're gonna watch us watch it.
Like by next
Mystery Science 3000.
So next week this is uploaded.
Right.
Next week,
not literally next week, the next episode. But appreciate anybody for watching and getting to this point. I want to say Fighting Your Phones hasn't been happening because just don't have the time right now.
I watched all the movies.
Yeah, I watched all of them.
There's no more films to find.
All 30. I watched all of them.
All 30 films.
Yeah.
Well, you're not counting self-tapes.
That's
like another
30.
That's like another
39.
Yeah, I was saying that's even more right there.
39. All 39.
That's a lot of films, man. Yeah, I can't think of any more.
I'm gonna change. I'm trying to currently change the structure and the just the overall feel of the show. So
and it's
yeah, God, that guy sucks. The guy who edits and films all this shit sucks.
Podcast network is just shitting all over us.
Yeah, who knows, man. Hopefully we can get this settled. Nobody can buy us out. It's just for strenuous.
If you guys can maybe get Rhett Lake's attention on this.
Yeah, maybe
do a little bit of a smosh and buy us out.
If you actually see in the link down below, there's a GoFundMe. You can help us take back the channel. But yeah, Fighting New Films will probably return with a special episode being filmed in Los Angeles. So I already got the film for that. If you want to watch it, be ready. It's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I wanted to make sure I had the name right. I was how to say Hidden Dragon. Crouching
Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Hidden Crouching Tiger Dragons. It's one of my most anticipated movies.
Hidden Crouch.
Oh yeah, I'm excited because it's very odd. I watched Kill Bill, by the way. I'll get out about that in a second, but yeah, that's it. Finding New Films will be back soon, probably September. And this comes out Wednesday. You probably already watching it. And then go watch Greg and Jeff. Give that a...
You guys didn't know.
Yeah.
It comes out
out of the theater you're watching. Yeah. And then watch Greg and Jeff give the hi-hat. They're going to give it this upcoming Sunday at midnight on YouTube and then everywhere else after that. So thank you so much. And I think that's it. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.